Hello, my beautiful Aries. My name is Honest Am. I am the creator of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards people who are truly trying to get their shit together. And this is your first ever empowerment tarot reading where we use the tarot to become the alchemists in our life and help to bring heaven on earth. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things. If you are tired of vision boards that never come true, this channel is all for you. So guys, I'm going to tell you right away, this is not going to be your typical tarot reading. I really want to do it to empower you and to bring heaven on earth. I hate that I just repeated myself, but it's okay. I am getting it together. Please make sure that you look at the description box below because there will be more information about Honestly Sis, more information about Honestly Sis, how to book a tarot reading with me, as well as additional guidance and messages for you. So let's just get right into this. God, what messages do you have for Aries for the year ahead? What messages do you have for Aries for the year ahead? What should they be mindful of? How can they prepare for this transition? What is this year, 2021, going to be all about for our Aries collective, God? What do they need to know in December? How can they create change? How can they manifest dreams? How can they bring heaven on earth? If any of their ancestors, guardian angels, or guardian angels or guides would like to come in, know that this is a clear and open space. I am a clear vessel. Beings of light only. All right. God, please deliver these messages to me and through me as clear as possible. I am a clear and open space. Beings of light only. I took a break and now I'm like, angel number 206. I'm trying to get back in the groove. I hate that. So overall, this is your year 2021 is going to be about perfection. And this is all about, this is actually the red. These are my chakra cards. This is talking about the root chakra. So it's probably about like perfecting your foundation or perfecting the vision that you have for your life. Underneath this is going to be about vanity. So, I wonder what that means. I'm actually going to read that for you guys. Our subconscious mind. So the best way to think about it is that your overall year of 2020 is going to be all about perfecting your the foundation and the vision that you have for your life. But your subconscious mind is what's going to be talking about the vanity. So maybe about when it says vanity, and this is also the blue, the throat chakra. So maybe it's all about making sure that you're looking and speaking the truth and all that good stuff. Maybe you're speaking the truth to people about their vanity. I don't know. Let's just get some more words of encouragement. So underneath this, our subconscious mind, we're talking about the throat chakra. And this is all about finding a way to express ourselves. So maybe, I really like that. So this year of 2021 for my Aries collective, we are going to be perfecting the way that we express ourselves. This deals, the blue cards are a reflection of how you relate to the world. All matters concerning self-expression will be revealed. These include personal forms of expression such as writing, art, speaking, and presentation skills. So this year you may be perfecting your writing, art, and your presentation skills. It's also saying that it results experience in your life that are linked to how you communicate with the world around you. In this essence, this means that you will not get what you asked for, but you would get what is reflected back to you, which I was kind of saying previously, angel number 411. So so I'm just getting this message that this year ahead for you is going to be all about making sure that what you feel on the inside is an accurate and perfected reflection. The way that you feel on your inside is reflective of how you feel on the outside. So maybe you're like perfecting that alignment. Whew, I really like that. That's very powerful. One more thing I want to say about this vanity card in our subconscious. We're going to be in our subconscious moving into the year ahead of 2021. We are going to be finding the balance of what is true in our heart and how we communicate. I just said that. The tedious balance between what is true in our heart and what we communicate in reflection in aqua. Are you living and communicating your truth or just playing along? This may be a time of awakening to a new way of being. Be aware of distractions that may pull you away from being true to you. Angel number 510. Underneath this is balance. So I feel like this year, the year ahead, your whole 2021 is going to be being about finding that balance of making sure that you are actually being true to yourself and that your life is a reflection of how you feel on the inside. You're going to be perfecting your base and perfecting your foundation. But let's go ahead and I'm actually going to read all of this. The red chakra, let your intuition be your guide. The first chakra relates to the source of your energy and how to this is all about grounding. The first chakra relates to the source of your energy and to how you are building your foundation. Think of the root chakra as a platform. The red card represents the support you have created or are creating for your future. The root chakra, the root chakra shows us a new way to bring our dreams to fruition. They denote beginnings and reveal how to create a solid foundation in tangible form. Keep in mind, if you are not yet creating what you desire, you may need to grow your energetic roots deeper and wider into this earth plane. An abundance of red cards in a reading is a strong indication of how you are building your foundation and will be offering energetic ideas about what is necessary for you to manifest. These cards represents the beginning of undertaking and may be a guide and may guide you away from old ideas that are no longer working in your life. Your red cards ask, how does this card represents the balance from which I create something extraordinary? This card asks, how does this card represents the place from which I create something extraordinary? With perfection, it is righteous raspberry. This cards indicate protections and inner conflict between wanting to look good. Oh my God, wanting to look good. Angel number 711, vanity. This card indicates protection and inner conflict between wanting to look good and having compassion for others. Remain kind and unattached to an outcome. Being right and letting others know that you are right may not support the understanding you desire. Woo! This is some heavy stuff that we're talking about right here. This year, your 2021, is going to be about perfecting your true vision. It's what I'm hearing right away is walking how I talk it. For some reason, it's like, are you really like sometimes we get so caught up in trying to look like we're doing something, to try to look like we're being the elder. Angel number 801, that we don't really do the meat of our mission. Let me break that down so you can truly understand that. Sometimes, like I'll use this whole YouTube channel. I was like thinking, oh, I need to go get me a camera. I need to have somebody. I need to figure out how to edit. I need to do all this. I was overthinking it. Oh, I need to have somebody help me do an SEO audit. I need to do all these things to look like I am doing something instead of just perfecting the craft and just doing it. So I feel like what God is saying is stop getting out of the looks of things and trying to be special and trying to get people to notice you, and just do the fucking work. Just put your head down and lay the foundation. So this year may not be about a whole lot of praise and worship. This year could just be about moving away from conflict and learning to come together, bringing those two sides of yourself together, which meaning the masculine and the feminine side together. Angel number 909. All right, God, please clarify this message of perfection, perfecting our vision and vanity. God, what blocks are in our life right now? What blocks are in our life right now that is stopping us from being rooted in reality? What blocks are in our life right now that is stopping us from creating the life of our dreams? What's blocking us from perfection? What's blocking us from being able to experience heaven on earth, God? Make it as plain as possible. Aries. Okay. Again, some heavy. I don't want to say heavy, but heavy. So right away, one of the blocks that came out is the moon. And the moon talks all about kind of like going into our shadow self, being able to integrate like the things that we do in the darkness and not, not shying away from that, but just really accepting all parts of ourselves. Sometimes we don't want to be vulnerable. Sometimes we don't want to share our truth. Sometimes I remember when I was first writing, when I started to write my book, I didn't realize it, but a lot of my book is about a conflict between a mother and a daughter. And sometimes sometimes I was scared to tell the truth of how I genuinely felt because I didn't want people to see how I really felt about my mom. I didn't want to, my vanity was getting in the way, angel number 11, of creating and really perfecting my craft. And then once I finished my draft up, I got I went and got my manuscript critiqued, and the lady was just like, this character, you got to work on this a little bit. You really got this character together, but your main character, you seem really confused. And it was like, she could see that I didn't want to really be vulnerable, that I really didn't want to, I was scared to really tell the truth. And as an external person, she saw that. So I feel like what God is saying is that in order to be able to really bring these visions to light, in order to like perfect your craft, in order to, especially if you guys are artists, especially if you guys are creators, like, musicians, whatever, you have to be vulnerable. The things that we connect to. I love Jay-Z so much because he is so transparent in his music. I love Beyonce so much, angel number 1202, because she's so transparent. She's so transparent in her music. Jay-Z so fucking transparent in his music that you could literally I could literally create a script off of his CDs alone and kind of perfect my idea of his life story because of his ability to be vulnerable. So I feel like what God is saying to block, to kind of, if you're having a creative blocks and all of that stuff, start doing some morning pages. You need to really allow the things that you don't like, the things that you don't want anybody to see, you got to allow that to come to the surface. You got to allow yourself to sit in the middle of the moonlight and let that pain seep in you and let it flow and put that into your art. And even if you're not a creative, you have to still find a way to get these feelings and these emotions out. If go seek therapy, or if it's not, if you don't have the money or the means to go do the therapy, you need to go and start writing and start journaling. But you, angel number 1313, you gotta allow yourself to come out of this place of being fearful. Of being afraid of your shadow self. You're not perfect. We connect to each other not because of the perfections. You love Rihanna not because, she's so beautiful. You love her because of her attitude and her ability to be flawless. Her ability to, not even be flawless, but her ability to be perfect in her flaws. Because she had adversity and came back 10 times stronger. That's why you love her. So in order to really truly project the life, like to perfect the life that you want, in order to have the art, to become the amazing person you already feel that you are inside, you have to be vulnerable. You have to not be afraid to be vulnerable and lean into your shadow side. You have to do the shadow work. You can't hide from it. And for the ones that have been doing the shadow work, you need to come out of it now. Now you don't need to start. Now you have to realize that you are no longer there. You are no longer in your past. You are not who you were in your past. So now start telling yourself a new story. Now start building yourself a new foundation, not based on who you were in the past, but how you learned from the past, how you grew from what you learned. It's not about everything being perfect or everything looking right. You don't go back in your past so you can beat yourself up and just to stay there. No. You're not that. You just went back there so you could figure out exactly how you want to, you went back there to get answers to figure out how you got here. Once you figured out how you got there, move on, move forward. Don't stay in your past. Don't stay in this place. Don't stay in this shadow place. Move on. Start building a foundation on the information, on the person you are today, and on the person you are trying to become. Okay? In the middle, we have temperance, and this is actually it actually came out reverse, which is very weird to me that temperance came out reverse. But I feel like it's for those people that I was talking about before, about you guys that have been, you've been so stuck in your past, you've been so in this mind state of feeling trapped and feeling like you're in bondage, and God is like, you're not in bondage anymore. Like, you did all that. You're in a new cycle. Change. Start creating a new reality. Learn how to start balancing it. Bring yourself into balance. Learn how to balance your emotions. Learn how to balance your dark, your light and your dark side. Learn how to balance the ebb and the flows in life. That's what this year is going to be about. Learning how to move in balance, learning how to balance, how you feel on the inside with how you want your life to look. And if it don't add up, because for some of you guys, how you feel on the outside, it doesn't match your external reality. So what you need to do is go inside and figure out, okay, how did I get here? You got to be able to be honest with yourself, and you got to be willing to do the work regardless of how it looks. Maybe you've been too externally focused, and it's time for you to go inwards to figure out, what exactly you want, to figure out how you want your life to be. And then we had the Magician, the last one, 1707. We got the Magician reverse. This is God is asking you to release control. Really, the best way to realize that you got control, the best way to co-create, the best way to surrender is to release the control and thinking that you have to. Angel number 1724. Thinking that that the reason why you're not able to perfect this and bring this change about is because, one, you're so worried about how it looks. You're so worried about, it doesn't look how I thought it was going to look, instead of just worrying about creating where you are now. You're trapping yourself because you're so stuck on how it looks, and God is asking you to blindfold yourself and go inwards. Get real with yourself. Bring yourself into balance. Angel number 18. But becoming the magician is not you being in this place of, I control everything, I can do this. It's not that. It's surrendering control. It's when you are stuck in a situation saying, God, I trust you, and letting go. Angel number 1818. It's saying, it's letting go of your past and being like, okay, that is who I was, this is who I am now, and this is where I'm going to be. This year, you're perfecting. You are becoming the pound. At the end of the day, you're leaving your year as the magician. But it's not. God is saying you're not going to change your life. You're not going to, create this reality, bring heaven on earth by your mind, by you doing the steps. You don't need to do all that. God's asking you to just go inward and stop being so worried about how it looks. It may not look pretty. He's also asking that you don't base your foundation and you don't base your emotions, and because it's like it all starts from your childhood. So he's saying, if you haven't done that shadow work, do that shadow work, because you need to understand your limiting beliefs. You need to understand what are each of these swords that got you feeling like you're trapped. That what is this that's keeping you from coming into balance? That's what you're trying to figure out. Angel number 1938. So God is asking you to just, go inward. For you ones that haven't done the work, you need to go inwards. You need to figure out, what stories you feel about your life so that you can establish a clear foundation. And for the other one of you guys, God is saying you're not trapped. You did the work. You did that shadow work. Now come out of it. Balance that need to live in your past and try to move in the future. And he's asking you not even to do that. He's asking you to live in the present and balance that with projecting to the future. Find a way to be okay right here and right now. And lastly, he's saying to really truly to bring your life into to complete perfection, it's going to take you releasing control. It's going to take you realizing that you work with a power that's greater than you and knowing that the only thing that you need to first establish is who you really are inside. All right. I'm going to ask God to give us a tool that we can use to help us clear these blocks. Give us a tool that we can use to help us clear blocks of self-doubt, self-doubt, feeling like we're incompetent, feeling like we're unworthy, feeling like we're trapped. How do we remove these things? How do we bring ourselves into balance? How do we not allow how things look on the outside to vet the growth that's happening inwards? Whoa, that was fast. I can create both money and the time to enjoy it. Many of you tell us that you are so busy making your money that you do not have time to enjoy it. For when you rely on your action to create, often you are too tired to enjoy your creation. Once you not only understand the power of your thought, but once you not only understand the power of your thought, but deliberately direct this tool in the direction of the things you desire, then you will discover that the action part of your life is the way you enjoy what you have created through your thoughts. So that's what God is saying. He's trying to teach you how to become the magician. He's trying to teach you how to really perfect the tool of being the alchemist. But it's not going to come from you being so smart. It's not going to become because you out here looking like you're the shit or like you're the professional. You got to allow yourself to be whack for a moment. God is saying it's going to come because you went inwards, because you balanced your emotions and you release control. That is how you become unstuck, by going inwards, by balancing your emotion, and by releasing control to the outcome. Once you know who you are and what you want, you start moving in the direction of that, and you will watch how it just comes. But you can't be so tied to how it looks and what it looks like. Underneath it says appreciation and gratitude are different vibrational states. What God is saying is you are grateful for your past. Like you've been saying, I'm grateful so much that it doesn't even, it don't really have any real weight anymore. But God is saying there is a need for you to appreciate where you are right now. Because no matter if you are just now starting your journey or you've been on your journey for 5 or 6 years, no matter if you just realized your dream or you've been working towards your dreams for 5 or 6 years, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. There is no shortages of time and money. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. And if things are not working and if things have not, manifest the way that it is, it's not because you're stuck. It's not because you're stuck. It's because there is some need to figure out, get your foundation right. Bring yourself into balance. Appreciation and gratitude are different vibrational states. You gotta start looking at your life as though it's look at it from God's eyes. Your past, your life story is simply a movie. You know the movies that you love so much, you like it because it gets, it gets exciting and things happen, and the villain don't get what they want and then they get what they want. All the best stories got all this adversity, right? I'm watching Underground and it's the best show ever. I've been watching it for 2 days. And I love it because it's all of this ups and downs, and they feel like they're going to make it, then they don't make it. But then as soon as they all the way down, they come back up. But the problem is for some reason, we don't think our life worked that same way. We think, oh, since things been bad, it's going to always be bad. And God is saying, no, that's not the case. You feel like, oh, because things not working, it's always not going to be working. And that is not the case. If things have not been working, it's up to you to figure out why it's not working, why your vision does not align with why your life does not align with how you feel on the inside. Only you can do that. All right, God. Please give us a fortune that'll come for us if we take that time to go inwards, to balance our emotions, to release the need to control, and to look as though we are perfect and we have everything together. What comes for us, God? What do we have to look forward to if we do this work in 2020? If we do this work in 2021, what comes to us and what waits for us in 2022? What blessing comes if we remove this block? If we establish our foundation and remove this block? Oh my God, what do you say? A major life change. Time is right for a major right change. A new lifestyle or location brings great joy in a trouble-free existence. You do this work. Things are not working. You go inside. You balance your emotions. You release control. You stop worrying about how it looks like. Your life will then change. If you've been stuck, go inwards, balance your emotions, create a vision for your life, and watch your life transform into that. At the bottom, manifestations. A bountiful time awaits you. A bountiful time awaits you, and your wishes can manifest right before your eyes. Angel number 2712. So, guys, let's wrap this all up. So your year 2021 is going to be all about perfecting the foundation and the vision that you have for your life. God is asking you as you move throughout this year 2021, don't get so caught up in how things look. Don't get so caught up in trying to look as though you are a certain way, but really allow this to be a year that you go inwards and you do that work on yourself, that you bring yourself into balance, that you look at your shadow side. And if you have already done that this year, God is asking you to give yourself a true fresh start, to allow yourself to truly know that you're the magician, that you did this work, and to dictate your life from a different point of view. He's asking you to just do the things that you love and move yourself in alignment, and you will watch how your manifestations and your major life changes come underway. All right. That is all the messages I have for you. I hope that this message was beneficial for you. If it was, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of the video, please, please, please give me your key takeaway down below. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever, ever let somebody tell you what you can't do. All right, y'all. Namaste. See you next month.